all about Symbian and mobile industry review.
Hi, Rafe. I'm Robert Harmsen. I'm a CEO of Klomtek. We are specialized in mobile device management and security solutions and expense management solutions, mainly for enterprise, but we also rolled out some consumer products like Track and Protect you recently reviewed. Our enterprise product, our first product, because we are a new company, we are a startup. Our first product was launched last December, and it's a suite of device management, security and expense management. The focus is mainly on cost control. What it can do is it's a whole suite where a company can define his employees in groups and set limitations, user and preferences to these groups. We call them activities. So for instance, if you have a sales force, you can tell the phone, the people from the sales force can make this amount of calls for business or this amount of calls per minute non-business. They can use these applications. When local, they can use this application in roaming, and all goes automatically. It's all pushed by an administrator, can be a company, but it can also be a service provider.
That sounds like a very deep level of integration into the phone. How is that possible on a mobile platform?
You need extremely well knowledge, not only from the operating itself, you have to go really deep, but also from the server side. Everything we do is in the cloud. Our servers are verified and hosted in Amsterdam, the Amsterdam Internet Exchange, and the clients, it's all deep down core C++.
And can you tell us about your consumer product?
The consumer product is called Track and Protect. The focus is to end users. It really protects your phone, and in case you lost it, you can track it again. You can remotely lock it, wipe it. We will add some new features very soon, like one-click backup and one-click restore. The business model is very wide. We have very many different business models. The most easiest one is to just download the application for free, install it and upgrade by buying commands. It will be also available for subscription based in all stores like Ovi Store, like 6 months and 12 months. It will be also available for new upcoming Sony Ericsson devices. And what we can do is if a user sends location request or backup request, it's done by our own SMS gateway on the server. You just go to www.trackandprotect.com, use your own phone number, your own passcode, and then you're inside your phone. It's very simple, very straightforward. What we can do is when you click on this button, we can build APIs to other operators, so they can use the same application. We will brand them to any operator. It can be pre-installed for any operators, and as a consumer clicks on it, they will not use our SMS gateway, but there will be revenue for the operator. So yes, it's a consumer product, but the business models are mainly targeted on business.
But for a consumer buying this application, the key thing is that it makes it much more likely if you lose your phone that you'll get it back.
Yes, absolutely. It's not only about losing it or stealing it. It's forcing the finder or the thief to send it back and to get a reward if necessary.
And I know with this technology, it's something that goes quite deep down into the platform in order to stop overrides when there's SIM changes or if you reflash the phone and things like that. Is that something that's particularly easy to do on Symbian compared to other platforms?
No. It's not easy to do. You have to know very deep knowledge in it. Some things actually cannot be done on other platforms because there are no APIs in it. One of the good things at the future of Symbian, we think, is that it's leveled. It's not more fragmented. We had this problem 4 years ago. You saw Symbian was getting fragmented. Now with the new Symbian Foundation 3 and 4, we think it's much better to do this. And then we will also have Track and Protect on other platforms like Android, for instance. But to show you that in Android, to us it looks like the same thing is going to happen. What happened with Symbian a few years ago, kind of like fragmentation.
So you see a very positive future for Symbian in terms of getting down onto lower cost devices, reducing the fragmentation problem, using Qt to make things easier for developers?
Yeah, I think a long-term strategy was a very good one. Not just becoming an open platform and finally having a UI built into the OS instead of top layers. Why the consumer idea was it was a slow operating system, which it was not, but it was first you had to use the UI and then go to the system itself. But also with the new technologies coming up like Qt, it can be easier to develop if the devices are getting very cheap, especially in new areas like India and China, getting mass volume again. Eventually, I think the developer will pick up again, go back to Symbian. We all know that a lot of developers left Symbian because of the iPhone and the success of the App Store. But the success of the App Store is at the same time sometimes a disaster for many developers, because if you make a lot of efforts to make an app for the iPhone App Store, and when you're in there for 2-3 days, and then you're gone. You're in a swamp. Nobody can find you anymore. So hopefully that will not happen into Symbian.
So the market volume is presumably being a very important part of that in hundreds of millions of phones.
Yes, I think the very good thing of what Apple did with the iPhone was create awareness that it's possible to install applications on the phone. It was possible for many, many years on Symbian phones, but the average user, like my mother, my grandmother, the neighbors, they just buy a simple phone, and they were not aware of the idea that they could expand the functionality of the phone by adding applications. This is something what Apple did brilliantly. So now if people buy another phone, like a Nokia phone or a Sony Ericsson phone, they know that they can add extra functionality to this by installing applications. Our main website is klomtek.com. Klomp means, by the way, wooden shoe in Dutch. So it's Klomp, wooden shoe technology. So go to klomtek.com. Here you see all the products we do, what kind of company you are. And for consumers, we can go in there and click directly to www.trackandprotect.com. Can't be simpler. Okay, this is for an example. This is a Track and Protect. I just start up the phone and it will ask me my passcode. So I will try. I just found this phone. I don't know who it is. I want to break it. So I try passcode number 1. It doesn't work. I try again. Number 2. Wrong passcode. I don't know. I give it a third try. Now look what's happening on the screen. The text will change. After the first attempt, you will see the owner of the phone. In this case, it's me. You see my address, my PO box of the company, and you also see return award. Now suppose I'm an honest person who just found this phone and I tried to break it to find out who is this phone for. I know the address, but I want to call this. The only thing you can do now is to call the owner. So just press on the button call and you see all the list of my home, my work and my friend's phone. So basically that's just something built in for to Honest Finder. But what we also did, you didn't know this, after when I typed in the my third attempt to unlock the device, a picture was made. So if I go to my personal webpage now on trackandprotect.com, I use my phone number to log in and my passcode, I will see the camera. Because this camera made a picture of this camera. If I would turn it this way, it would make a picture of you. So at the same time also, I would, if somebody really changed the SIM card, I could see beside your phone, your face, also your phone number. But it also sent my location. So if I go to trackandprotect.com now and I log in with the phone number of this SIM card, I will see where we are, I will see your face, I will see your phone number, and I will see your operator. That's basically startup. We can also send separate signals to the phone to lock it, to wipe it, to let it scream, which is very loud noise. And we are about to release a new version where you can go to your website and do one-click backup and one-click restore. So you don't have to use anything like PC Suite, just install Track and Protect. And if you want to make a backup, just click on backup and it will do this.
All about Symbian and mobile industry review.